Hey Handler Helpers, Monster Handler Allie here reporting from the Monster Handler base camp on Cold Island, and ooh do I have some exciting updates for you. From my most recent expedition to the monster world, I discovered some brand new festive fripperies for this Festival of Yay season. The monsters really went all out during this year's Festival of Yay. They even created 9 brand new Yay inspired costumes. I personally witnessed the monsters engage in their own mini fashion show on Cold Island, walking the runway to some of their favorite holiday songs to show off their new fancy garb. I'm a big fan of Bulbo's Merry and Bright costume. Which one's your favorite? Speaking of Bulbo, I was so excited to discover Rare Bulbo on Light Island. Rare Bulbo was not quite what I was expecting, I'll be honest. After a quick chat with the Rare Mythical, I learned that it feels a little sensitive about some of its dermatological imperfections. It reminded me of some of the struggles a lot of us face growing up. Don't you remember what it's like having acne? I'm glad I could remind Rare Bulbo that these are just glowing pains, and everything is going to be fine. We've all felt like Rare Bulbo at some point, haven't we? Ooh, I was so wrapped up in Rare Bulbo, I almost forgot about another epic discovery we made this week. That's right, I'm talking about Epic Strombonin. While I was strolling along the shores of Cold Island, I spotted something in the distance drifting towards me. And in its full glory, it was no one other than Epic Strombonin riding upon a glorious ice drift. The Epic Mythical told me all about how the ice drift is its favorite place to play its song. I couldn't help but ask why it replaced its classic molluscan companion for this alien-looking creature that kept popping in and out from its instrument. That's when Epic Strombonin gave the Fleech the opportunity to play its song. I had never heard of a Fleech before, so I had to learn a lot more, and after a lot of research, I almost fell asleep in my tent, we discovered that Fleeches are actually native to Cold Island. They've been creating tunnels through the glaciers of Cold Island using their ice pick-like fangs. Its construction skills are definitely top-notch. I did learn that Fleeches are really hard to catch though. The only way to apprehend a Fleech is by plugging its tunnel with a perfectly shaped horn. I guess that's how they commandeered a Fleech to play its trombone. As we would have expected with the discovery of Epic Strombonin, we also discovered Rare Catchy, Strombonin's Dream Mythical. I was surprised at the Rare Dream Mythical's demeanor when we first met. Its attitude was pretty hoity-toity, as opposed to the crankitude its common cousin has. At first glance, I thought the Dream Mythical was a little snobbish, but after getting to know it a bit, they started to rub off on me. One thing I did learn the hard way though, you really need to study if you want to keep up with its sophisticated taste in the arts. I certainly didn't study enough, and I think they may have been a little miffed. Luckily, we began talking about my admiration for their ceramics collection, and that seemed to get me back on their good side. Phew! My final big discovery this Festival of Yay season was none other than Rare Dromedary, and thank Galvana because we've been searching for it for ages. Much like my own real-world BFF, Rare Dromedary's BFF's hobbies certainly rubbed off on it. This rare earth elemental's architectural aspirations really shine through its castle-like armor that encases the monster. I noticed it even has a drawbridge. I wonder what that's used for. I was a little worried that this rare monster might be a bit tough to get to know, but we became friends really quickly. I learned it loves to use its armaments for hide and go seek, and let me tell you, it won every game we played. I guess I have to get better at that game. Wow, we sure covered a lot of content this episode of Field Notes. I think I might have to go take a nap before I head back to the human world. We hope you enjoyed discovering all the amazing content that was released earlier this week, and we want to wish you a very happy Festival of Yay, and as always, happy monstering!